just want to tell people they need to work. Stop bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like when I scroll and I see you bullshitting, that's what I think. Oh, you bullshitting.
Yep.
You ain't working.
Yeah.
I don't see you in the studio.
You can do
I
both
don't see
too.
no new
You
videos.
can bullshit and work.
You can,
I
but
do
let's.
both.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the south side? Oh my nigga, I'm not the lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. FaceTime so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it.
All right, another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show. Special guest in the building. Somebody we don't normally hear from too much other than social media. We got Timothy Lenz in the building.
Facts.
Welcome, sir. What, you ever done an interview before?
No, man, this honestly my first interview ever.
I'm honored.
Ever.
What made you decide to want to come do this here?
A lot of people have been asking me to do an interview. A lot of people, but I just felt like when the time was right.
Yeah.
And so it kind of fell in line with the time being right.
Timing felt right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honored, man. I'm honored to have
you. For sure.
I'm honored to have you here.
Glad to
You know,
be
I've been following your career for a long time.
Appreciate it.
You know, seeing your work out here. You got a lot of legendary work.
Yeah.
A lot of videos with a lot of my favorite artists.
Nice.
You know.
Nice.
So obviously, and people, you know, I've never heard anybody speak disparagingly about you in any way, shape, or form, which I feel like is rare for videographers.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Somebody's always got something negative to say about the videographers, but I've never heard nothing bad about you.
That's true.
What is that? Do you know, like, what differentiates you from others? Why does that happen?
I think just my persona comes off. I'm more humble when it comes to just the art form of videography. I'm not a cocky person. I'm not challenging anybody. Like, I keep it professional and I keep it real. So for somebody not to like me, it would be probably some hateful type shit, or I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm easygoing. Even if someone may have felt some kind of way about me, when they actually met me or talked to me in person, that might have changed. You know what I'm saying?
I can relate to that.
So
I can relate to that because I get a lot. You know, I get a lot of internet hate and backlash.
Yeah,
but then they meet
so
me and it's never that. Cause
you never know what. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the real person a lot of times. You just you reading shit and you might read it the wrong way.
Yeah,
you know?
nah, for sure.
So that happens.
Are you originally from Minnesota?
If we talking originally, I'm originally from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was born in Chicago. I moved to Minnesota when I was like 13, 14.
I mean, that's some formative years in Chicago. So
yeah. So my family moved to Minneapolis. I went to school here. After a while, I moved to Texas. I've been moving since.
I forget. Somebody told me you were from Atlanta.
I lived in Atlanta for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
So if we speaking on like years of where I lived, I've probably lived in an equal amount, you know what I'm saying, of places.
Okay.
So
how did you originally get into shooting videos, or was that not just photography? I feel like photography leads a lot of people.
It really started with photography.
Yeah.
But it was like generic. It was like me with an iPhone taking a picture of my food.
Yeah.
Or snapping a picture of something I thought was cool outside. And that was like just the beginning. And
So you started like a bad bitch. pictures of food and their location sometimes.
Low key, some shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
You know, just random shit. I like architecture.
Okay.
So I will always snap skylines, buildings, shit like that.
Yeah.
From there, that was from there, okay, so from there, I have a son. My son, he does music. I didn't know he did music until one day we was moving to Arizona, and he played this song for me, and I was like, oh man, it's nice. And so I told him we need to get a video shot for you. So I'm Googling, I'm looking up videographers. Like, I don't know shit about no local videographer or nothing, but outside of back in Minnesota, I used to watch, you know what I'm saying, certain people.
Yeah.
But I'm Googling in Arizona, they talking about $5,000, $6,000, you know,
to shoot a video.
for a music video. So I'm like, this ain't gonna work.
That's a
I
lot.
said, I'm gonna figure out how we can get a video for cheap.
How old was your son at the time?
I want to say he was 15. Yeah, I think he was like 15, maybe 16.
How long ago, bro? How old are you? 60?
I'm like 90, man.
Fuck out of here! Like, what the fuck?
I'm an OG at the end of the day. People
Clearly.
don't know that. Me
Yeah,
and you
I
the
didn't.
same age.
I'm 38.
You 38?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm around that age.
I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that.
I thought you were way younger.
A lot of people think that. Yeah. I'm a vet.
I mean,
I got years on me.
Pause. But you look great too. I mean, shit. I would have
Appreciate
never.
it.
I would have never guessed that you were older.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
So essentially, bro, my mind is blown. So your music video career essentially started off of your 15-year-old son.
Correct.
Being an artist.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you said, "Fuck it, we're taking it into our own hands."
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
You shoot it with the iPhone, or you bought a camera?
iPhone. Straight Google. How do you YouTube University?
Yep.
And a lot of trial and error, but that video we produced for him, it came out good, like really good.
Yeah.
To where
Still out there?
he was showing people, and it went from, hey man, I need one too. So that's how that went.
Just natural progression.
Yeah.
Was this? You said you were moving to Arizona.
Arizona.
So this all happened in Arizona.
This happened in Arizona.
So you built a foundation in Arizona.
You could say that.
I mean, at least you started to build the foundation in Arizona.
Yeah, you could say that. But I didn't have no interest in it after, doing it. So like after that video, I didn't own a camera or nothing like that until 2019. So that's when I actually bought a camera and decided to pursue it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you really, you haven't even been shooting that long.
I would say about 4 years. Yeah.
So
it's
when
2023, yeah.
So you shoot or have shot for a lot of Minnesota artists. Maybe not a lot, but
a handful.
A handful.
Yeah, a handful.
So how did that and I feel like your name, people know who you are.
Yeah.
So you've created a name for yourself here in Minnesota.
I think that just comes with shooting quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it becomes a quality over quantity type of deal. So you can shoot 1,000 videos, and if they all don't really, and I'm not just saying the content, but also the artist has to help that video too.
Yeah.
So like if that lines up, you can shoot one video, dope artist, dope video, and your name would be like that.
So is that what happened for you?
I want to say so.
What was the video?
Well, particularly here in Minnesota.
What was the artist? What was the video?
It was Suavo, and we shot Habitat.
You shot Habitat, that's right.
So the Habitat, and nobody knew me here. It was probably one of my first videos I shot here too.
And neither of y'all are from here.
Nope. We from Memphis.
That's foul.
I'm from here too. I'm still from here, bro.
He is too.
I rep Minnesota.
Y'all rep Minnesota. I'm just giving you shit, but that is funny.
Yeah.
Like, that is kind of funny, right? I mean, it's interesting.
It's a story to tell.
Yeah. So I forgot that you shot Habitat.
Yeah.
Where's that at now? It did.
It did really good.
That shit did numbers.
I don't know where it's at, man. It's no clue. I don't even look at numbers. So
really?
I just know it was a good video, and a lot of people, I want to say more so discovered both of us from that video.
Yeah.
So
I think I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to think back, but I think I did.
Yeah.
But I sort of, when did that video come out though? Was that 2019,
We
2020?
dropped it 2019. Yep. Like in November or something like that.
That's really, because I don't think that did that for me for Suavo. Suavo didn't come onto my radar till later. I think I saw the video, but I didn't really like delve into who he was or what he did. And I think it might have been because, you know, at the time I was probably doing the Wiseman show, and
yeah, you was,
and he wasn't from here,
right,
in my mind,
right.
but you were.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it was like, oh, I cared more about the fact I was more in tune with you than him. So I don't think I did any real research on Suavo. I was like, oh, damn, Timothy Lynn shot a video for a artist from the South. So I mean, where is your biggest market for you personally?
Right now it's just still in Atlanta.
So Atlanta is the spot for you. But you're in Texas.
I feel like any spot could be the spot for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's just putting in the work there.
Yeah.
Obviously I get the bigger budgets in Atlanta. And I just think that's based off of the market.
Yeah, because the money is there.
Yeah,
the money in that specific industry is there.
Yeah, so like any place you go to, it's going to be a particular market, you know, a particular budget of where your medium is.
Yeah.
So Atlanta's pretty higher, and you know, I know I move around a lot there.
Yeah.
So if you get out there and network, you know.
Did you just shoot a video out there with? Where'd you shoot the Carson Blue video? Was that there? Or was that?
That
in
was
Texas?
Atlanta.
That was Atlanta.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I mean, Carson. She's actually. I like her a lot as an artist.
Yeah. Me too.
I think she's very talented, and I think like some people just need that extra push, whether it's, you know, helping them with a music video, helping them with just whatever, you know, as far as the music industry goes. So she's just happened to be one of my favorite female artists here. Mm-hmm. So anytime she come into Atlanta, or, you know, she'll usually reach out, or I'll reach out if I know she's coming, and we'll connect. Yeah. You know, usually anybody from Minnesota I try to connect with, because I feel like they can get a new look too. You out in Atlanta, let's get you an Atlanta look.
For sure.
You know, let's get you that background, that vibe. You know. So.
Yeah. What you're doing with that is important.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I think we lack in Minnesota, is people kind of having any kind of fan base outside of here.
And that's and a lot of people don't get it. It's like we could be in this bubble, swimming in this little pool all day.
Yeah.
Man, we just circling, running that, you know. Yeah. Running in circles. But there's this whole big everything out there. Yeah. And it's like, but a lot of people seem to be stuck on just, and it's not about, because a lot of people want to be, oh, I want to make Minnesota pop. I want to, okay. But you still got to get out there.
You can't really make Minnesota pop just staying in Minnesota.
Exactly. That's my point.
Wow, they say they want to. Well, I want to market it to other cities and states. Like, that's cool, but they want to see you, meet you, touch you.
Yeah.
Just
absolutely
getting people to play your music in another state ain't gonna do it.
Nah, you got to be out there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
that's where I think we probably lack the most is, and I don't know if it's ability to move around, because a lot of people just can't do it.
I don't think that. It's cheap to move around, man. You could drive over to the next couple states. People go on vacations, don't they? They go
you're
to
right, but some of our biggest, probably, some of the people here that have the most potential star quality and equity are on fucking house arrest. I mean, or you know, or something along those lines, parole or probation, where they can't leave the state, or moving is tough. You know, look at the guys here that have probably done like the biggest and most numbers, right? Let's exclude John Ray's 1 million views, right? That's big, right? Mm-hmm. But let's exclude that. Look at the St. Paul Beef era. You got guys like Tarzan. You got guys like Vo.
Right.
Like, they did crazy numbers, and if they could move around freely, which maybe they can now, I don't know. But if they could have moved around freely at that time, it'd have been over.
I don't think they would have, though.
You don't think so?
I think the people that want to move around. And I think some people, I hate to say it, they fear the unknown. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes I'm used to this. I'm accustomed to this. You know, taking them out their element, they become sort of, I mean, I don't want to say weak, but just unfamiliar.
Yeah. I mean, on some level, I do agree with you, and I think the real fear is the fear of success, because you know once that actually happens, now you really got to go.
Yeah, and you got to be willing to accept that too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think most people. I mean, I think not even just in entertainment, just any profession, there is a natural fear of success because of what comes with it. I think people are deterred from success because they know that raises your level of responsibility immediately, and that scares people. I think people fear that. I think people fear, like, 'cause, I mean, just put it in terms of music, right? Like, okay, let's say someone like a Tarzan gets a major deal, and now he's working with $1 million budget from some record label. That $1 million is now your responsibility to recoup. Yeah. You got to get that back to the record label, which means
double that.
Everything that you've done up to this point may have been hard work, but now there's big business, big money on the line. You can't lose. You can't now. Losing is not an option. You can't just say, it didn't work out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that people fear that. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know if they fear that, man. I feel like the way people's minds are these days, they rather have that clout. You know, they may get that million, and they're not gonna think about the payback. They thinking that I'm signed. Hey, look, I'm signed.
Yeah.
Hey, world, look at me, I'm signed. Regardless of the back end shit that they got to go on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as they get that clout, a lot of people striving for that.
Yeah.
And that clout can take you to places too.
Absolutely can.
But at the same time, you getting signed by somebody who's dropping a bag on you, obviously you're going to make that bag back. So people I don't think they thinking about that. If they did, a lot of the artists that do get into this, they wouldn't even be thinking about trying to get signed. They really be trying to go independent.
I think people fake want to go independent because they don't want to because they don't want the pressure that comes with an actual.
I think that too. I agree to that.
Yeah, I don't. And it's not black and white. It's there's a lot of gray area.
Yes,
and not everybody's the same.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends on the situation.
But that's the one thing that I talk about a lot, and I hate doing it because I feel like it sounds discouraging. But the truth of the matter is, like, you're not going to make it. I mean, you have to be an anomaly. You're probably not going to make it.
I agree to that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, if there's 100 rappers in Minnesota, let's say I could probably sit here and name 50 rappers, just rappers in Minnesota that I think are incredibly talented and have mainstream marketability to them. The chances of even one of those 50 becoming the next Dirk, Drake, Cole, Kendrick, like 0.0000001.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And you could even go the next level down from those guys and say, let's say Tyga. The chances of you becoming the next Tyga, 0.000, take a zero off. Like, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you have to be. That's the other thing too. Is like, God, I hate this. Sounds so discouraging, but it's the truth. Like, what they say, Kobe used to go to practice before practice. Are y'all doing that?
I don't think they are.
Are y'all? I mean, are y'all doing that?
No,
I don't think they are.
I mean, the ones who, I can't say, but I don't feel it. You know, I'm obviously we don't know what's going on behind closed doors with every individual, but looking at them as an artist, you don't see that work ethic a lot of the times.
Yeah.
You just see, like, I could scroll and you got an artist page, but I scroll and I see a lot of bullshit on your page versus anything related to your artistry. It's like hard to really take you serious. Like, oh, he's just doing this for fun.
Yeah. That's, I think, a large majority of artists are just doing it just for fun or to look cool.
Or to be, the cool guy in your small city.
Yeah, to get into Gold Room for free on a Friday.
There you go.
Yeah. Which is fine. If that's what you want,
hey,
I'm all for
that's
that.
Your ceiling,
for sure.
I ain't knocking it.
Yeah, I love it. If that's what you want, great.
Yeah, but for me, when I see somebody talented, I really want them to. I want to see them succeed.
Yeah.
So I'd be willing to reach out to do whatever I can to help, that artist. But I feel like you got to have the talent too. You can't just be, you just can't say I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? You got to have talent. You got to have something that people want.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel for the videographers a lot because I feel like there are a lot of videographers out there that don't have the balls to say no to an artist that they don't really want to film because of the paycheck.
Oh, well, I'm different.
I imagine you are. I'd imagine you are. How often do you decline working with someone?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah. I mean,
you got to like it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I tell people, and people get in their feelings about that too. Because it's like, me, I'm also an artist.
You are.
So I feel like if I'm subjected to listening to your music over and over, creating a vision or even filming it, I should have some kind of feelings for it.
Yeah.
Any major, you can look up any major director. Most of them, they don't just get work thrown at them. They have to accept that work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, hey man, I'm this. Here go $5. Shoot my video. It don't work like that. Not for me anyway.
And I think that's exactly my point. Is I think it works like that for a lot of videographers.
So and that change, it's not worth it. Like, to me, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I'd rather go work at McDonald's or something than have to shoot some bullshit just because I need a dollar.
Yeah. Have you found I've talked to a lot of videographers up here about, and I'm sure you probably watched those episodes, I'm guessing. Like, did you watch the Minnesota Cold episode?
Yeah, I watched that one.
He talked a lot about the controversy in his job. Is that something that you've dealt with as well, or have you really been able to stay away from all that?
I haven't dealt with a lot of controversy because, I mean, just the way I move in a way that I avoid the controversy as best I can.
Yep.
So if I know that, let's say such and such is beefing with such and such or whatever, I'm not shooting no diss tracks.
Yeah.
So send me that song. Oh, you dissing? Ooh, I ain't the man for the job.
Not doing it.
You want to diss him, you diss him on your own time and find somebody else to throw into that loop.
Do you think you should be able to do that, though, without being concerned that you would get mixed into it? Because I kind of do.
I feel like, no. I feel like being that you're going to be a part of the production of something that's ridiculing someone else or whatever, then you're at fault too.
It's valid.
I mean,
it's a valid point. I mean, you're right. I guess I had never really thought about that. Like, you're not just shooting a music video. Like, you're partaking in.
You're editing it too, right? You're listening to it. You're putting it on your YouTube channel or whatever. Maybe you're not, but at the end of the day, you're capturing something that's, dissing or whatever it is to somebody else. So I look at it like
that's a good point.
I mean, I ain't saying that some videographers do that.
A lot of them.
But I feel like I look at it like if you do that, then I just feel like you're kind of a part of whatever the problem is within those two groups of people. So
yeah,
your
I mean,
beef ain't got nothing to do with me. Y'all figure it out. You want to film it yourself.
Okay. What if Drake commissioned you to shoot?
This man said Drake.
What if Drake commissioned you to shoot a music video that was a diss track at Pusha T?
Who he dissing? Pusha T?
Pusha T.
I'ma shoot it. Because that's Drake.
Yep.
And that's a variation. That's a difference. So we talking Drake and Pusha T. Come on, they gonna be banging on wax, probably whatever.
Yeah.
The street shit, to me, is more real.
All right.
That's real shit. Like, I ain't saying Drake and Push ain't real street. I don't know. But if I know bro from this block over here and I know bro from that block, then I know the consequences that come with that realistically versus them niggas just talking on wax. They ain't finna do nothing to each other.
All right. You shooting a Dirk video where he's going at Youngboy? Are you avoiding that one?
No, I'm avoiding that one.
You avoiding that one?
Yeah, I'm avoiding that one.
What? I mean, for no price?
I'm gonna avoid it. It ain't worth it.
Really?
Not for me.
But I also feel like once you get to that level, they definitely ain't looking at the videographer.
Yeah, of course. You're a part of it then.
You think so though? At that level?
At that level?
I don't think Youngboy's thinking about the videographer that shot the video.
Maybe not Young Boy, but maybe Young Boy's
Good
camp,
point. Good point.
The people that's around him.
Good point. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So he might not give a fuck, but the niggas who watching,
that's a good point.
They on your ass.
Yep. Nah, you're right. That's a good point. Huh. So what? Okay. So from your lens, pun intended, what do you think about the music scene here in Minnesota?
The music scene in Minnesota is first of all, there's a lot of talented artists here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a lot. I just think that some of them don't work as hard as they need to. And for some reason, they just don't see it.
Yeah.
But the music scene is great, man. You could, from R&B to hardcore rap to conscious rap, it's all here. And it's all at a quality level where it could easily be big in another market.
Yeah.
So I think part of the problem also is Minnesota itself. It's just not a market for certain things.
Yeah. I said this once before. I don't remember where or when I said it, but I think we're privileged. I think Minnesota as a state, just as a privileged state, I think we think we should just have what we want.
Yeah.
Because we want it.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
This is a conclusion I drew up very recently, where it's like I think we're spoiled. I think Minnesota is kind of spoiled. Not to say that we don't have problems here, but I just think we're spoiled. We're kind of it's like we think we should just have it because we have talent. But what you just said, like people aren't working.
Mm-hmm.
We're not working. People do more talking about how hard they're working than actually working.
Man, it's almost like what you're saying is it's a self-entitlement thing. Like,
exactly.
And it's like, bro, you got a lot more work to do than just being the coolest guy in Minnesota.
Yeah, we've seen those guys. Those guys are still around.
Yeah.
No disrespect to them, and they know who they are.
Facts.
And I'm not going to say no names, but we know who those guys are. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Y'all have gotten the crown of Minnesota before, and
what's next?
You're still here.
Yeah.
You're still here. It still didn't happen for you. It's not going to happen for you. So, we see it, and I feel like those people should be cautionary tales to the younger generation that are coming up now.
At this point.
In danger of going down the same path. Mm-hmm. Unless, again, to go back, that's the path you want to go down. If you're cool with being a local celebrity and getting into clubs for free and getting comped at the bar every once in a while and, being celebrated in your local watering hole, that's great. That's phenomenal. But just know that, like, that's going to stop. And you're going to have to get a 9 to 5. And
eventually,
it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to do. And you're going to spend the rest of your life telling your wife and your kids about how cool you used to be.
And I think a lot of them may not just be educated.
That's super valid.
So it's like they don't know no better.
But choose differently then. Get educated. Like you said earlier, YouTube University, it's all there.
That's a matter of if it's in you.
Yeah.
So some people it's in some people, and some people need that big brother, that big, OG or whoever to take their hand and say, look, this is how we gonna do it.
Yeah.
If they don't got that, then they happy to be the gold room famous guy. They're happy for that. Mm-hmm. And that's their ceiling at that point.
Yeah.
So
it's tough, man. It's tough. Minnesota's a tough spot to be in.
It is. All you gotta do is move around, man. That's it.
Yeah.
It's you could do all this shit that you're doing here. I ain't even saying you gotta leave and move out the state. Just take some, put some money to the side. Say, look, we're gonna go to Atlanta and do some shit here. We're going to Houston. We're going to New York, LA, whatever.
Yeah, that's why I really have an immense amount of respect for what Prof has been doing. with taking these young
Brock
artists
going
on
crazy.
tour with him. But and I love these guys, so they can take it however they want to take it. But he took Prince Riley, Mac Turner, Honcho. He took Tay Supreme.
Yeah.
He took those guys on tour. What have they done with it?
I think some of them have. I mean, they did gain some new fans.
For sure, they did.
Outside of Minnesota.
And Riley dropped a project. I'll give him that.
Good.
Honcho dropped a project. I'll give him that. Both phenomenal projects. Great projects.
Yeah, definitely. As far as what else they doing, that's a good question. I mean, I know they're working. I know they're in the studio.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that very well may just be a matter of what you just said. They don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
Or how to do it.
That's true.
So that's another, I mean, and that's a whole nother complication right there is where are the people to teach them what to do and how to do it? Because we don't really have a lot of that seemingly either. Not a lot of OGs, not a lot of people guiding the younger generation. Like I think it's because they're still trying to make it happen themselves.
That too, and some probably haters. Like some
sure.
probably feel like, well, I ain't make it, nigga. You ain't gonna make it.
Exactly. There's definitely elements of that.
You got that going on too. So some of them are reluctant to reach out to say, hey, don't do what I did.
Yeah.
Some of them, they gonna let your ass.
But it's also probably, see, this is a circle jerk because why would a younger artist coming up right now want to listen to a guy that didn't make it? They didn't make it. So there's some of that too. It's like maybe they are giving the game, but that's like, why am I listening to you? You don't even get into Gold Room free anymore. You got to pay now.
I think it's more of a listening to what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you got to take it with a grain too, because it's like, how can I listen to someone who ain't really made it to where I want to be?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at things like that too.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, what do they say? Smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Yeah. That's always my chain right here. It says everything I'm not made me everything I am. Like I got that from Kanye. Like that, I've carried that with me forever. Like I think that is probably maybe the biggest. That's the biggest thing that you could have is learning what not to do, how not to do it. I learned how to be a father by not being my father. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like it's you literally take what you've seen that you don't like or don't think is right, do the opposite.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a gem right there in itself. So what can we look forward to from you going forward, man? Like, you got anything coming out? I know you just dropped the video of Carson, fire, phenomenal. What else? Anything else you got coming?
I mean, got a lot of artists that I've been filming here in Minnesota, so it's gonna be a lot of projects dropping. In that sense, outside of that, I got a lot of stuff going on in Houston right now.
Okay.
Some film projects I'm getting set on, some commercial work. So not really too heavy on the music videos, unless it's something that I really like at this point.
You gotta be passionate about it.
Yeah, I gotta really wanna deal with it.
For sure.
So
okay. All right, man. Well, I'm glad we could do this.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I'm really glad. And come back anytime you want.
Appreciate
just let me know. Anytime you touch down in Minnesota, you let me know and we'll do it again.
Let's do it.
I think we dropped a few gems today for the people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hopefully
they listen.
You got any closing thoughts?
Nah, man. I just want to tell people they need to work. Stop bullshitting.
Yeah.
Like when I scroll and I see you bullshitting, that's what I think. Oh, you bullshitting.
Yep.
You ain't working.
Yeah.
I don't see you in the studio.
You can do both too.
No new
you
videos.
can bullshit and work.
You can,
I do both.
But let's see it though.
Yeah.
Cause it's people I love their music, but I ain't seen a video from them and I ain't gotta be the one to shoot it.
Yeah.
I just want to see your shit. I just want to see the work.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to see some good music. I like watching videos.
Same. And you're
shit.
right. There's been a lack of them lately.
Where they at?
I agree, man. Well, shit, I appreciate your time and glad we could do it. Where can they find you at?
Oh, man. Timothy Lynn's pretty much everything, man. From IG to YouTube, Facebook, goddamn TikTok. even though I don't really be on there. But yeah.
Me neither.
So
Timothy Lenz.
Fuck with me
everywhere.
on IG. That's where I really be.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
Timothy Lenz.
Timothy Lenz
That's
everywhere. All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. Bow.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie, yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so cursed up, I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it, I ain't been to the booth in a minute. Niggas hate the fact that I'm winning. Who makes him the chief of the south side? Oh my nigga, I'm not a lieutenant. When I was in the gym, you wasn't in it. FaceTime so my windows is tinted. If I said that shit, then I meant it. Niggas gave me the rules and I bent it. Same nigga that was trapping while I was suspended. You wasn't in them hallways banging, boy, you wasn't in it. Really a genuine nigga, homie, don't get offended. From East Lake, South Murder, I'm just it ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't say. It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Southside Chief, homie. Now what you know, look, I'm Southside Chief, homie. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me?